What is up there, guys? We are creating a video here for your DreamWeaver configurations to connect to the website. We've had some hiccups along the way. Mr. Kozort learned a few things, and so I'm going to share with you from end to end how you can set up DreamWeaver to connect to our ECS web server. Hopefully this quick video will help anyone who's still stuck on some things, and it'll help you verify your configuration. So without further ado, we're going to first create a site. I'm going to go over here under DreamWeaver's file section and go to Manage Sites, and I'm going to create a new site. And in our current setup, we're just going to call this ECS Fall 2017 is the name of our site. And local site folder, we've been here a few times. We're going to go to our ECS folder, wherever we created that, into My Web, and then leave it there, and we're going to select it. Now this is a first time thing, and we'll come back to this later in terms of the steps, but if I save that and click Done, what I should immediately see over here are any folders that I have in my name. The next step is to set up the server. So I'm going to go back to Manage Sites. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to go to Servers. I'm going to add a server here. We're using an SFTP server with an address of cs.bcp.org, and then of course your Bellarmine email address and your Bellarmine password. Then you're going to test it immediately. And you should see this down here. There's the web URL. I know there were some discrepancies there in class, so we're not even going to talk about them, but this is what you should see first time around. And then we're just going to save this, and we're good. I did leave it unnamed server. I'd recommend calling it ECS server or something like that. But this is what you should see right here. So if you need to screenshot it, pause the video, whatever, the first time around, because we have to come back to this. Then we're going to click Save, and it's going to say I'm doing some stuff, and when we click Done, we've got this. Now we're looking at our local computers files, but if you look at remote server the first time, it's going to have some craziness. We don't even want to go to remote server yet, because we got to go back and upload this folder. Now before we upload it, we've got to go back into Manage Sites and make sure we're pointing at the right place. Okay, so I'm going to go to server here, and on the root directory I'm going to put in ECS Coes Fall 17 for us. Any other semesters would be different. And then we're going to do the same thing here, ECS Coes Fall 17 again. So then we're good. We should be able to hit save. Okay, and done. Now let's go back and look at remote server again, and what we should see this time are our current year class, and if you look up here it's ECS Coes Fall. From this point we want to go back to local view and upload our name, right? If you do that and you look at remote server, you should see your name. Now remember guys, you got to be careful in here because you're looking at everybody's stuff. You should not see your name inside your name. Now what we haven't gotten to yet is that from this point forward, when I am going to change this, I have to change a couple of things. So I'm going to come here, and this is where I made a mistake in class, so I want you guys to pay attention if you're watching this. So the first thing I need to do is change this root directory. I know I've been saying over and over go to My Web, but you actually are going to drill down one more level here and then select this folder. So pay attention to where I am. I'm in the local site, local folder. We're going to save that, right? And then we're going to go back in and we're going to go to servers, and from there I'm going to change the server to have the appropriate last name underscore first name, last name underscore first name, and then we hit save, and then we hit save, and we're good. And that should do it. And what we should see over here in local view, we no longer see our name. That's a good thing. And then in remote view, we should no longer see our name. So if you followed all the steps I just gave you, you shouldn't see your name anymore. That was the mistake I was making in the instructions in class. So here is the revised version of what we should be doing. This last step I left out, which again was to go to the manage sites and actually change your local directory to be your name. So sorry for that. I realize that creates some frustration here, but hopefully this will fix it and we'll be good to go. Now when I hit upload on my site, it's going to ask, do you want to put the whole site? Yeah, we do. So we're going to say yes to all, and then if I go to remote server, I should see just that if I'm a student. Okay, so that's basically it. Of course, if you have any questions, I'll create an assignment around this so that we can make sure we're all good to go, and we'll do some future video instruction. This will hopefully clear a lot of things up. And have a good one, guys.